Just as festivities kicked off in Tokyo, the U.S. women's national soccer team filed their first brief in an appeal of their ongoing equal pay lawsuit against the U.S. Soccer Federation. The move comes 1 year after a judge rejected the team's claims that they were underpaid in comparison to the men's national team. We hear from one former player and the team's lawyers about what comes next in their fight.
The shot, save Scurry!
My name is Briana Scurry. I was a goalkeeper for Team USA for 14 years. I played in 2 Olympic Games in '96 and 2004. Both those times when I was playing, we won golds. It's 25 years that I've been in the battle with U.S. Soccer and my teammates from the years past. And so now it's to a point where it had to go to court because there's really nowhere else for it to go.
The district court judge dismissed the case because the women over 5 years actually earned slightly more than the men. But the only way the women earned slightly more is because they played many more games and they won many more games. And we are going to fight that and are fighting that with an appeal.
If men and women are doing substantially the same job, you have to pay them the same. You can't make the women's bonuses lower and just say they have to do an extra good job to make up the same amount of money as the men.
The U.S. Soccer Federation has always said, well, the standard for the women is to win. And to which we always say, well, so what's your standard for the men, to lose? Now, if the men were 3-time, 4-time World Cup champion and 4-time Olympic champion, I mean, the fees that they would demand would be astronomical, multiple times of what we're asking for. And yet here we are with this discrepancy in pay.
The only way they can come close to making what the men made over a period of time or a little more was by performing so much better. They had to be the best in the world. The women won the World Cup. Had the women played under the men's deal, they would have collectively made $64 million, approximately more.
You can say on one hand that you love the marketing dollars and the fact that you have people like Alex Morgan and Megan Rapinoe who have millions and millions of social media followers, who have influence, who are on the cover of Time magazine, and there's no one from the men's side anywhere close to that.
USSF argued that because women could not play biologically the same as men, that the game of women's soccer was a less challenging, less demanding game. The responsibilities were insane, and the quality of the product wasn't the same. USSF withdrew that argument legally because the public reacted so badly to it.
I had a visceral reaction to U.S. Soccer, literally stating that men were superior to women. It's archaic. It's so played out. It's insulting. It truly is insulting. And especially in this case, because U.S. soccer and soccer in this country has literally been pulled by the scruff of the neck to the mainstream by the women's team. I mean, we are the darlings of soccer in this country, and no one else really can say any different. The women should be making more because we are clearly the dominant team in the sport in this case.
In a statement sent to GZERO World, U.S. Soccer said they are committed to equal pay for their women's team. A major sticking point, they say, is FIFA's prize structure for male and female World Cup winners. 2019, the women's team walked away with about $4 million in prize money for winning the World Cup. In 2018, the male champions took home $38 million.